luxury living room ideas for small spaces. Transform your micro home into a stylish oasis. In the heart of a bustling city, where every square meter is precious, a new vision of living takes shape. Imagine a world where the limitations of space dissolve and a small footprint feels expansive and liberating. This is the art of creating luxury living rooms for micro homes, a fusion of elegance, comfort, and nature, seamlessly woven together into an experience that transcends size. Today, luxury is not measured by the number of rooms or the width of your floor plan. It's about transforming what you have into something extraordinary. In a compact apartment, a high-ceiling loft, or even a narrow townhouse, the living room becomes the beating heart of the home. Every centimeter counts, every design decision matters, and every detail plays a role in shaping the atmosphere. Picture this scene. Floor-to-ceiling glass doors open effortlessly onto a balcony alive with greenery. Beyond, the skyline glitters with steel and glass, softened by the dance of leaves in the breeze. In the morning, sunlight floods the floor in golden waves. At night, the city's lights twinkle like distant stars, casting a magical glow through the glass. The secret is in the flow, continuity that blurs the line between indoors and outdoors. Warm oak floors extend beyond the threshold to meet the terrace. Linen curtains drift in the air, moving gently as if whispering to the leaves outside. A jute rug indoors is mirrored by a natural fiber mat underfoot on the balcony. Without abrupt changes in texture or color, the mind perceives a greater sense of space than truly exists. When the glass doors slide wide open, the living room transforms into an open-air lounge. In an instant, a modest apartment becomes a penthouse garden, breathing with the city around it. This is how space is amplified, not by walls, but by connection. In a home where square meters are rare, light becomes the most valuable asset of all. Tall windows usher in daylight, skylights invite the sky itself into your space, and strategically placed mirrors carry sunshine deep into the heart of the room. By day, light creates shifting patterns of gold and shadow across the walls. By night, warm LED strips and soft lamps create intimacy, a cocoon of comfort and calm. Here, light is not merely illumination, it is an emotional texture. Nature is more than decoration. It is an integral part of the architecture. Olive trees in handcrafted clay pots anchor the space with organic beauty. Ferns spill over the edges of concrete planters, softening the hard lines. A small water feature brings the soothing sound of flowing water into the evening air. For the smallest of homes, vertical gardens serve as both living art and a natural air purifier, a wall of green that awakens your senses every morning. Furniture here is as functional as it is beautiful. A sofa conceals hidden storage beneath its cushions. A coffee table gracefully transforms into a dining table when guests arrive. Stools stack neatly or double as plant stands. Pieces are chosen not only for style but for their adaptability. Slim-armed leather chairs preserve space while maintaining a timeless appeal. Glass tables seem to float, reducing visual weight. Seating arrangements shift effortlessly to match your mood and your company. Texture enriches every surface. The smooth coolness of marble contrasts with the soft embrace of knitted throws. Sheer curtains layer over heavier drapes to create both depth and flexibility. Wooden finishes continue seamlessly from the interior to the exterior, drawing the eye outward. These layers work together to make the room feel luxurious without overwhelming it. Design, after all, is not just about what you see, it's about how you feel as you move through the space. By connecting the indoors to the outdoors, the mind perceives freedom and openness. Even in just 35 square meters, you can achieve the sense of satisfaction found in a sprawling villa. Personal touches breathe life into the design. A rug brought back from a faraway journey. Artwork that tells your story. Lanterns casting candlelight across the terrace on a warm summer night. These moments of authenticity are the true markers of luxury, created not for display, but for your own joy. In the modern world, luxury also means responsibility. Reclaimed wood, recycled glass, and fabrics sourced with respect for the earth bring meaning to your choices. Solar-powered lights illuminate the terrace. Rainwater nourishes your plants. Energy-efficient windows maintain comfort through the seasons while reducing your environmental footprint. From morning sunlight streaming in with fresh air, to afternoons shared with friends as the living room opens to the hum of the city, to evenings under a canopy of stars and city lights, this is not simply a style of interior design. It is a philosophy, a lifestyle rooted in balance, beauty, and connection. In today's urban landscape, where space is scarce, luxury is not by size. It is defined by how deeply your home reflects your values, your comfort, and your dreams. Small spaces can be breathtaking, and sometimes the truest form of luxury is not measured in what you own, but in the light you embrace, the air you breathe, and the memories you create in a space that feels alive. To truly understand the essence of luxury in micro-living spaces, we need to look beyond the surface details and explore how design principles shape every moment spent in the home. In a compact living room, each choice, whether it's the placement of a chair, the hue of a wall, or the height of a shelf, serves a greater purpose. It's a careful choreography of space, light, and movement designed to make life flow effortlessly. Let's start with the layout. In smaller homes, the living room is rarely a single-purpose space. It's a lounge, a workspace, a dining area, and sometimes even a guest bedroom. The secret lies in zoning, using subtle cues to define each function without closing off the room. An area rug can anchor a seating zone, while a change in lighting can signal a transition from work mode to relaxation. Low shelving or open-back bookcases create gentle divisions without blocking light or the sense of openness. The color palette plays an equally powerful role. Light, neutral tones, soft beiges, warm grays, creamy whites help reflect light and make the space feel airy. But a truly luxurious micro-living room is not afraid of contrast. Deep greens, midnight blues, or even rich terracotta accents add sophistication and depth, especially when used in small doses on cushions, throws, or a statement chair. The interplay of light and dark creates visual interest without shrinking the room. Materials are chosen with intention. In a world where space is limited, each surface becomes more noticeable, more tactile. A single wall clad in textured stone becomes a focal point. A leather armrest warms under your touch. Polished brass handles on a cabinet catch the evening light. When your home is small, the quality of each element is amplified, and craftsmanship becomes part of the luxury. Then there is the art of concealed functionality. Storage is not an afterthought. It's woven into the architecture of the space. Ottomans hide spare blankets. Benches lift to reveal compartments for books. Media units incorporate drawers for everyday essentials. The beauty of these solutions lies in their invisibility. The living room remains uncluttered, allowing the eye to rest and the mind to feel at ease. Lighting design is a discipline in itself. It's not about flooding the space with light, but about layering it. A pendant lamp above a coffee table draws the eye to the center of the room. Wall sconces create a soft wash of light across textured walls. Floor lamps bring intimacy to a reading corner. LED strips tucked under floating shelves add an ambient glow. By controlling the direction, intensity, and warmth of light, the atmosphere can shift from lively and social to calm and restorative at the flick of a switch. In micro-living, adaptability is the ultimate form of luxury. The living room might host a solitary morning coffee, a laptop meeting by midday, and a dinner with friends by evening. To make this possible, furniture often moves with you. Nesting side tables can expand to serve multiple guests or stack neatly away when not needed. A sleek console behind the sofa transforms into a dining surface. Modular seating rearranges into a chaise for lounging or a cluster of chairs for conversation. The connection to the outdoors remains a defining characteristic. Even without a balcony, the view from a window can be framed like a living picture. Sheer curtains allow daylight to filter in while maintaining privacy. Planters sit on window ledges, drawing the eye outward. In some designs, a built-in bench beneath the window becomes both a reading nook and a place to absorb the changing light throughout the day. Sound plays an often overlooked role in luxury design. In a small space, acoustics can make the difference between comfort and chaos. Soft textiles absorb echoes, while strategically placed bookshelves act as sound buffers. A water feature provides a gentle, constant background hum that soothes the senses, masking the city noise beyond your walls. The emotional connection to the space is deepened through personal curation. This is not about filling shelves with random decor, but about telling your story through objects. A hand-thrown ceramic bowl from a local artisan, a framed black and white photograph that captures a moment you treasure, a stack of worn travel journals on the coffee table. These are not just decorations, they are pieces of your life that transform the living room into a sanctuary. In a micro home, sustainability is not merely a choice, but a natural extension of living thoughtfully. Pieces are selected for durability, ensuring they age gracefully rather than need replacement. Vintage finds add character while reducing waste. Fabrics are chosen for their eco-friendly production, and energy-efficient lighting systems work seamlessly with natural light to minimize consumption. The luxury here is not just in aesthetics, but in the knowledge that your home treads lightly on the earth. This philosophy extends to seasonal living. The living room evolves as the year changes. In summer, light linen slipcovers and airy curtains keep the space cool and bright. In winter, plush throws, layered rugs, and warm-toned lighting create coziness. Furniture might shift to embrace the fireplace in colder months or to maximize outdoor connection in warmer weather. It's a living design, responsive and adaptable, much like the people who inhabit it. Ultimately, a luxury living room in a micro home is a lesson in mindfulness. It is proof that comfort and elegance are not the products of abundance, but of intention. Every line, every texture, every shade of light is considered. The result is a space that doesn't just look beautiful in photographs, but feels deeply satisfying to live in, morning to night, season after season. And as you step back to take it all in, you realize something important. Luxury in the modern city is not about what you add, but about what you choose to keep. It's about creating a room that reflects the best of you in the smallest of footprints, turning limitations into inspiration and redefining what it means to live beautifully. If the first layers of luxury and micro living focus on space, light, and flow, then the next dimension dives into how these elements work together to evoke emotion. A living room is more than a set of furniture and finishes. It's an atmosphere, a rhythm, a stage for the life you want to lead. In small-scale living, this atmosphere becomes even more important because the space you inhabit must constantly adapt to your moods, your needs, and your aspirations. One of the most powerful tools in creating emotional depth is storytelling through design. Every element in the living room can be part of a narrative, consciously or unconsciously shaping the way you feel. Imagine entering a micro home where the palette shifts from the fresh whites and soft neutrals of the morning to deeper, more intimate tones as night falls. The cushions invite you to sink in. The lighting softens to a warm amber, and a faint scent of cedar from a candle fills the air. These are sensory cues that transform a simple evening into a ritual of rest. Texture plays a starring role in this sensory experience. In a micro space, where every surface is close at hand, the tactile quality of materials becomes part of daily life. The smoothness of a marble side table against the grain of a reclaimed wood shelf. The gentle weight of a wool throw on your shoulders in winter. The coolness of ceramic beneath your fingertips as you lift a handmade mug. These details are not just visual, they create a dialogue between you and your surroundings. Sound and scent, often overlooked in mainstream design, have a heightened importance in a small home. The hum of a hidden speaker system fills the space with music that complements the mood. Upbeat jazz for a weekend morning, soft piano for a rainy afternoon. Scented elements work quietly in the background. Eucalyptus sprigs in a vase, lavender essential oil diffused through the air, or even the aroma of fresh bread from the kitchen, drifting into the living room. In a compact home, these small gestures travel quickly, infusing the entire space with character. Then there's the choreography of movement, how you and your guests interact with the room. In a well-designed micro-living space, paths are fluid, never cramped. Furniture is arranged to encourage natural flow, guiding the eye toward focal points like a view, a fireplace, or a striking piece of art. Tables are placed at just the right distance for convenience without creating obstacles. Even the placement of lighting switches, side tables, and storage compartments is considered so that everything is within reach without breaking the sense of openness. The integration of technology can elevate luxury in subtle but significant ways. Automated blinds that open at sunrise, revealing the city bathed in morning light. Smart lighting systems that adjust brightness and warmth based on the time of day. Hidden charging stations within side tables to keep devices accessible yet out of sight. In a micro home, where clutter is the enemy of serenity, discreet technology becomes an ally, supporting your lifestyle without dominating the room. The role of art in a small living room is both challenging and rewarding. Large-scale pieces can overwhelm, yet they can also create drama and depth if chosen wisely. A single oversized painting or photograph can serve as a statement, while smaller curated collections tell layered stories. The key is intentionality. Every piece should have a purpose, whether it's to inspire, calm, or spark conversation. Frames and placement matter too. In limited space, visual balance is everything. Luxury also emerges in the way a room can transform for different occasions. By day, it might be bright, airy, and uncluttered, the perfect space for work or relaxation. By night, it becomes intimate, with dimmed lighting, plush textures, and a mood that invites conversation. Accessories can be rotated to change the feel. A bold pattern throw in winter, a breezy linen one in summer. Candles in cooler months, fresh flowers in warmer ones. In micro-living, these seasonal and situational shifts create the sense of abundance without adding physical bulk. Perhaps the most enchanting element of luxury in a small living room is its capacity to surprise. A wall panel that slides away to reveal hidden shelving. A compact bar that folds open for evening entertaining. A built-in bench under the window that doubles as storage for extra cushions and throws. These moments of discovery turn daily living into a series of small delights, reinforcing the idea that luxury is as much about experience as it is about aesthetics. And in this dance of design, nature continues to be a trusted partner. Potted herbs on a sunlit shelf bring fragrance and flavor to your life. A cluster of succulents on the coffee table adds sculptural beauty while requiring little care. Seasonal plants mark the passing of time. Spring blooms, summer greenery, autumn foliage, winter evergreens, reminding you that even in the city's tightest spaces, you are still connected to the earth's rhythms. Finally, there is the personal imprint, the way your living room becomes unmistakably yours. Luxury is not about copying a magazine spread. It's about curating a space that reflects your history, your passions, and your values. It's the throw pillow made from fabric you found in a street market abroad. The vintage lamp that once belonged to a relative. The stack of books that speaks to who you are and who you aspire to be. In a micro home, every item is chosen with care. Every object earns its place. This is where design and identity merge, creating a living room that is not only functional and beautiful, but deeply authentic. And as you settle into the space, feet tucked under a blanket, a cup of tea steaming beside you, you realize the paradox that defines micro-living luxury. In the smallest of rooms, there is room for everything that matters most. In the final layer of understanding luxury for micro-living rooms, we step into the realm of longevity, how a space not only looks and feels today, but how it will serve, inspire, and evolve with you over the years. True luxury is not fleeting. It's the comfort of knowing your home will adapt as your life changes, retaining its charm and function without losing its soul. Durability begins with craftsmanship. In a compact space, every piece of furniture and every fixture endures more frequent use. A sofa in a micro living room is not just for lounging. It may double as a guest bed, a workspace, or a place to stretch out with a book. This is why the best small space luxury relies on quality materials and meticulous construction. Hardwood frames, high-density cushions, and fabrics with both texture and resilience ensure that comfort and beauty remain for years to come. Versatility is equally essential. Life in the city shifts quickly. Jobs change, hobbies evolve, and new chapters begin. The most successful micro living rooms anticipate this change. Modular seating that can reconfigure into new arrangements. Shelving systems that grow vertically as your needs expand. Multi-purpose tables that can shrink for solitude or extend for a lively dinner with friends. These pieces are investments, not just purchases, because they evolve alongside you. Luxury also lives in the ease of upkeep. A small space can quickly feel cluttered or tired if maintenance becomes a burden. Finishes that resist wear, fabrics that clean easily, and clever storage systems all contribute to a space that stays as inviting on a busy Tuesday as it does during a weekend gathering. Even the placement of lighting and outlets can affect upkeep. Strategically placed floor lamps reduce dust in hard-to-reach corners, while concealed wiring keeps surfaces open and easy to clean. The emotional durability of a room is just as important as the physical. Over time, the things you see and touch every day should continue to delight you. This means choosing colors and forms that have lasting appeal, not because they're trendy, but because they resonate with your personal sense of style. It might be the timeless elegance of natural oak, the classic sophistication of charcoal gray, or the gentle warmth of cream linen. These choices endure beyond passing fashions, keeping the space relevant and deeply satisfying year after year. Connection to the outside world remains a central thread in this long-term vision. In the beginning, the terrace garden or potted plants might simply be a design feature. Over time, they become part of your daily ritual, watering in the morning, harvesting herbs for cooking, or simply sitting among the greenery after a long day. This evolving relationship with your living environment is a quiet form of luxury, the joy of familiarity deepening over time. Technology, too, plays its part in sustaining long-term comfort. Energy-efficient appliances, smart thermostats, and automated climate control ensure that the room stays pleasant through seasonal extremes without excessive energy use. Over the years, these systems pay for themselves, reducing utility costs while maintaining comfort. In a world increasingly conscious of sustainability, such integration is as much a luxury as marble countertops or designer furniture. The adaptability of lighting design is one of the most underrated aspects of enduring luxury. A living room that can shift from bright and energizing in the morning to soft and intimate in the evening will never feel static. Dimmer switches, programmable lighting scenes, and fixtures that can be re-aimed or repositioned allow the space to match your mood, activities, and the natural rhythm of the day. Seasonal adaptability ensures that the living room remains a joy to inhabit year-round. In summer, the glass doors to the balcony might remain open for hours, letting the breeze carry the scent of flowers inside. In winter, the focus might turn inward, with layered textiles, richer colors, and cozy seating arrangements that invite lingering conversations. Over time, these seasonal shifts become a cherished rhythm, marking the passage of the year in ways that feel grounding and luxurious. The personal dimension of longevity cannot be overstated. Over the years, you will add pieces that carry meaning, souvenirs from travels, artworks that reflect your evolving taste, or handcrafted objects gifted by loved ones. The living room becomes not just a place to live, but a living archive of your journey. In a micro home where each object has presence, these personal additions weave themselves naturally into the design, layering the space with memory and meaning. Ultimately, the truest luxury in a micro living room is the way it becomes inseparable from your life. It's the backdrop to quiet mornings and lively evenings, to solitary reflections and shared laughter. It's a space that knows you, your habits, your preferences, your rhythms, and responds to them effortlessly. Years later, when the city outside changes and your life takes new directions, you will still find comfort in the way the morning light falls on the floor, or in the gentle rustle of curtains on a summer night. Luxury here is not about excess, but about resonance. It's about a design that remains beautiful, not because it resists change, but because it embraces it. A micro living room, when crafted with care, becomes a constant companion, shaping your days, reflecting your values, and holding the moments that matter most. In the end, the measure of success is simple. You step through the door, and no matter what the day has been, the space greets you like an old friend. That feeling, that quiet assurance that you are home, is the purest form of luxury there is.